Hi everyone, this is Lisa. Welcome to Sampark, an initiative by Phenom Placement, where we interact with the professionals and share their experience and opinions with all of you. So today we have with us Mr. Pankaj Ashwani with AIR 10. So congratulations with that, Pankaj, and I hope this must be a great journey for you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you so much, Lisa, for the warm welcome.
Okay, so we can start with the questionnaire round. So, what
Yes.
according to you is a strategy for achieving a CA exam?
Actually, that's too broad to be comprehended so easily. Many wrong things I have done, many good things that had happened to me. I can just summarize few points that did work for me. First of all, I was always aiming for a rank initially, but later on I realized that this doesn't work for me because I get too pressurized with the pressure of the achieving a rank. So I just made up my mind that I don't want any rank. I just want to. Even I did not aim for getting a particular score. I would say I was always aiming for attempting a certain number of marks in the paper, and that too not 100%. I was always aiming for probably 90% of the paper. I just wanted to attempt 90% of the paper. Let that be on the evaluator how he evaluates it, because how much mark I am going to score, that's not on me. If I'm targeting a certain number of a certain rank, that would be difficult. But I can target my performance. So I had always aimed for the marks and not for the rank, I would say. And secondly, uh, I never carried a dream of becoming a CA, I would say. I never had the only one thing which was CA to me. There are people who say that CA is their dream, CA is their journey, CA is their destination. It wasn't that for me. I had always some backup plans in my mind, so it wasn't a dream for me, I would say, because I believe a dream should not just be confined to a single degree. It's much beyond that. So CA was never that single thing that I had that I wanted to pursue. I had backup plans, so I never created that took any pressure कि सीए ही करना है, सीए ही करना है, नहीं होता है तो भी हो जाएगा, कोई इशू नहीं है. If this doesn't work, it would be easier for me. I could do anything else. So it was a psychological thing that relieved me from any pressure, from any stress, because of which I could perform in the exams. Secondly, I would say planning. I was very extremely involved into planning. I would plan even the days, even the hours at which I would do certain things. I had planned properly as to what I would be doing in the study leaves. So planning worked wonders for me, I would say, and I was always prepared for my plan to fail also, because you need to be spontaneous enough कि आपका plan अगर fail भी हो जाए तो you need to be right on your foot to do something else.
Yeah.
So that was the planning. Thirdly, I would say the conceptual clarity. Uh, I have always studied very conceptually. Even during the articleship, when the classes would go, or I would do self study, I was very conceptual. I would write a logic of every single thing on my copy so that I do not have to think on the logic the next time, because it's my mindset that I need a logic to read something, to study something. So I used to write the logic also at the very moment I would study it the first time, so that the next time my time is saved on not thinking about the logic. So that thing has particularly helped me. I don't know whether it would help somebody else or not, because it consumes time also, but it has worked wonders for me. And lastly, I would say yes, mock papers. Mock papers have worked wonders for me. And I did not just sit in any particular test series. For me, mock papers means sitting in an environment in which you would be at the time of the exam, creating the same environment at your home so that you could feel that stress. And I would not give it to somebody else to check my paper. I would evaluate it myself or give it to some friend. Because more important was to sit and feel that stress and not to actually get some score from somebody. So these things have helped for me, I would say.
In all those 4 to 5 years, there are so many ups and downs, and your so much work like articleships, your self studies, coaching, and families. So, how did you make balance between all of these?
Balance, I would say I've messed up badly at this thing. I haven't excelled at this thing, but yes, I know what things have done wrong with me and what could have been improved, I would say. So I think the best way to manage all this thing is ki allocate a certain time to all these things if you want to make a balance out of it, because allocation helps the best way. uh, as far as the studies are articleship has the set time. You can't do anything with it. It has to be the hours which has been told to you for work. For the studies, you can manage it in a way that you schedule a time for the certain hours of numbers, certain number of hours you'd study in a day, and certain number of months you would finish a subject. For example, there is currently 2 years of mandatory articleship, right? So before you enter into the study leave, so you can plan like in average 3 months, I would finish at least one subject. Average 3 months. It might extend, it might be lesser than that, but if you target 3 months, it could be managed well. And personal life, uh, I don't know how to manage that with the articleship. That's definitely a task. Articleship studies and then personal life takes a back. It could be there only at the weekends, or might be a 1 or 2 hours you can spare during the day, but it definitely takes a back.
I can see that you are very strategic regarding your, everything planning. So, what was your strategy for your ICI campus?
So my strategy was that I always had some priorities. Like this is the first thing that I want to pursue, management consultancy. This is the second thing that I want, some management training program, and the third thing, and the third thing. These were the priorities for me. That three things. I had looked for. So in our time, there was an issue that IC did not used to release the number of companies and the centers at which they would be coming. But now it has started releasing that list as to which companies would be coming at which centers. So it gets very easy. At my time, there wasn't any such list. We only had the past data, the history, depending on which I just searched into which center my three priority jobs would be higher. So I just selected Mumbai on that basis that this Mumbai is the best center for me. So I selected it. But now it's comparatively easier for the students because IC releases this list. They can pick out which company are they are aiming and pick out that center.
Great, that's a really good point. Like in the whole 4 to 5 years process, I personally believe that one's family and friends plays a huge role in succeeding. So, what about you? Like how your family and friends played?
Definitely. Definitely, family and friends have played a massive role for me. Family for telling you how important my family has to me. I would say that I changed my center. I was initially studying in Jaipur before the exams, and since the COVID hit us, and there was a I postponed my attempt from July to November. I changed my center. I changed my center from Jaipur to Ajmer in the because Ajmer is my hometown, and I was studying in Jaipur initially, away from my home. I came to Ajmer just because I could study near my family. I could see them when I go for exams. I could be with them. So family has been very massive support for me because you feel very relaxed when you look at them. You don't feel that burden. The pressure gets relieved. And my brother has also played a massive role. My younger brother, he had the latest exam. Mine exam was 3 years earlier, and his was the latest exam. He had appeared in the January 21 attempt. He was AIR one, and so his was the latest attempt. So his experience helped me. My own memory of my exam had faded a bit, but his was the fresh memory. His experience helped me in setting my exams, and definitely mine would help him in his finals. So that thing has worked wonders for me. The family support and the friends have also been a great support to me because I had a breakup also during the theatre of horticulture. My friends helped me overcome it, and there was one special friend who has helped me immensely during my study leave period. And as far as the study leave is concerned, I was of the opinion that I would disassociate myself with the friends who have the attempt in the same month as mine. I would
Yeah.
talk to the friends who had the previous attempt and not the one which is just coming to for me. Because I feel it creates a burden, unnecessary burden on you when you talk to a friend who is also going to appear in the same attempt as you. You start comparing yourself with them. Everyone has a different way of studying, and that unnecessary comparison only puts a hurdle in your study. So I used to dissociate myself with the friends who have the same attempt. But I used to talk to the friends who had the previous attempt because that actually helps you. They could tell you how to prepare for it and what things happen, what doesn't happen with you.
Actually had made a balance between your studies and your friends and family. Like you have
Obviously.
already shifted, as you said. So that's really great. So since we have an issue with our unified college because we don't have one, so what are your views regarding that? How we can solve that, or maybe?
So the problem is solved to an extent because of the articleship. If you go to Big Fours, you interact with many people out there. And if you go to a different city, you would be staying in a PG or in a hostel. You would interact with many different people. Then there are ICI orientation course, IT course, GMCS. It helps you interact with people. I think that helps. That solves the problem to an extent. And after all, after the exams, you get involved into certain groups. Like Rankers group is created by your agency and the other placement groups as well. So you get to interact. The problem gets solved a bit, not definitely completely, but yes, to an extent it gets solved.
Okay, so that was really great connecting with you. I hope all of this conversation will help our CA aspirants and the upcoming CAs on campus. And thank you so much, Pankaj, for taking out your
Thank you so
time.
much. Thank you
Having
so
fun.
much, Lisa.
So for
Thank you
our
so much.
audience, do please like, share, and subscribe, and comment down their views in the comment sections.